Do y'all remember when Sonic X came on Saturday mornings on 4Kids? It used to be one of my favorite shows. Well, for like a week until I realized how boring it was. That is Sonic X's main problem, at least for seasons 1 and 2, and I would like to show you all why this show is actually kinda bad. Besides season 3, that season was good, but unfortunately, 4Kids never showed it while I watched the show as a kid. So without further ado, let's begin. Let me first bring up the most obvious reason Sonic X is boring. Because there's hardly any Sonic involved. Why is it called that if for like half the episodes there's either no Sonic or he just wants to sleep? He literally just sleeps or does like hardly anything for half the episodes. You think I'm joking? Like, take a look at this clip.
Where'd you go?
Just out.
He literally just ran away from someplace, then ran back towards it and literally did nothing the entire time. We just wasted 30 seconds of screen time. And I wish I could say this is an exception, but honestly, a lot of this show kind of feels like a waste. Speaking of waste, we have Chris Thorndike as the main character for most of the show. Now I understand what Sonic X was trying to do by having a child character in the show so that the kids watching it could project themselves into the show, but why would they make him the main character? We came to watch a blue hedgehog run really fast and fight evil robots, not to see some 5th grader go to school. Don't get me wrong, there are some good and exciting episodes, but I cannot stand the episodes where we follow the characters on boring, mundane tasks. Just because you do ordinary, everyday things with Sonic characters doesn't all of a sudden make those ordinary things really interesting. Why would you take the exciting characters from the Sonic franchise and dump them into the boring real world instead of showing us their more exciting world? That's what Season 3 did, and that's why it was so much more exciting, because we get immersed into Sonic's interesting world. Another reason Sonic X was uninteresting at times was because they took plots from the Sonic games and put them in the show. This might be a good move for fan service, but think about it. If a kid watching the show played any of the games, they would already know what the conclusion to the story arc would be. So there is no reason to stay invested as all the scenes lose their impact, since we already know what happens in the end. Not all of the episode plots and story arcs were based off of the games, but the ones that weren't were usually lackluster. Like, you have Sonic, but instead you choose to have a fighting tournament where we have to see the fat president half naked fight some random night guy? Like, what? What? Who wrote this stuff? My last point of this video is the dialogue and voice acting in this show. I know that the original might have had a better cast and script, but I grew up with a 4Kids version, so that's what I'm going to be judging it by. I'm not gonna lie, the voice acting is actually pretty good most of the time. There's just a few characters whose voices are really annoying.
Sonic and Chris got hurt in the fight with Shadow!
I'm looking at you, Cream. Sometimes, for the 4Kids version, what the characters would say was either cringy or just laughable, especially compared to the sub. With all that being said, Sonic X wasn't a terrible show. The animation was really good, and half of the characters were interesting, but it does have a few problems. Namely that it has almost no rewatchability because of how boring it was most of the time. Keep in mind that these are all critiques of Season 1 and 2, as Season 3 is drastically better and more interesting to me personally. Why couldn't we have gotten 3 Season 3s? Anyways, if you liked the video, then leave a like and comment, and subscribe if you feel inclined. I've been a dog with a hoodie, and you've been awesome, and I'll catch you on the next one.